Again. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm doing another video, starting in a different place. This is my deck in the back of our house, and I'm going to show you my plants back here, and then I'll take you around to the garden and show you what's happening there. All right, so I'm going to turn you around. Okay. So my deck is messy, but I don't care. I just thought I'd show you anyway. So here's my little fire pit that has, for some reason, a Halloween skull down there, but it's cool. Here's some nice deck chairs to sit on. There's some dirt and some duct tape and some tiles. But anyway, so here's the plants I have back here. We'll start out with this guy. This is a lemon tree that I got at Meijer on clearance, just to call back to my previous self. It's doing really great. It's had it for several years, like probably 5 years. And then this year I did a funny thing that I saw someone else do. My friend Sarah from work, she planted some lemon seeds that she had at her house and made little lemons, and so I tried it and I did it, and there they are. There's 3 little lemon seeds that sprouted in the bottom of my lemon tree. Now this lemon doesn't really fruit very often. I feel like it fruited one time. It probably needs some fertilizer or something, and I'll do research on that. I also researched why it's got some yellowy leaves. And so I gave it some fertilizer, and I put a little bit of mulch on top of the soil, actually just a little soil on top, just to see if that helps. So I just did that yesterday, so we'll see. This is a little aloe vera from work that I brought home during pandemic time. These are from my aloe vera plant. I usually bring them to work and give them to people. And I found this one half dead, given to somebody who either left or got fired, I don't remember. Anyway, we recovered it and saved it, and this is a funny little planter that Noel Matawi gave us to use. You can put your glasses on it. See, I'll show you. Well, here's my glasses. Ta-da! And then we drew lots of faces. This one had a mask and a nurse's hat because of the pandemic. And so I didn't draw that, somebody else did. This is one of my snake plant, aka mother-in-law tongues. It's very big. I've had this since I think I was in 10th grade. And I got it for a present from my boyfriend Eric, and it's still alive. And it flowered this year, and I think that might be a bad thing. It means they're like sick or something, but I'll have to research that too. But anyway, it doesn't look that sick to me. And here is this is a bell we got wind chime for our wedding present, so it's 21 years old or so. And there's a hummingbird feeder, and this feeder is, we put jelly in there for the Orioles when the Orioles come. There's our wood pile, and that up there is a bird house that was taken over by a squirrel, and in the winter you'll see a squirrel sticking her little dumb head out of there. But we like it, it's cute. Alright, this plant is called a sensitive plant. I got it earlier this year, and it was much smaller, and it's gone a little crazy, and I'll show you why it's called sensitive plant. Okay, watch out. It's sensitive because when you touch it, it closes up, so it like protects itself. See how it's closing up? Here. See? Let's try again. it's doing it, but it's fun to see it actually move. Alright, this guy's not cooperating. Come on, you. Quit being a turd. There you go. Here. Anyway, it does that, and then it wakes back up after you leave. Here. Alright, I'll try one more time. No. It's so sensitive it doesn't want to show you. Alright, anyway, and now it has these weird little flower buds on it. Let's see if you can see one. This guy. And they're like a little pink fluffy flower. It's not opened yet. So this thing is crazy. It's got lots of new growth and it's sprawling everywhere. Alright, what else do I have? Here's the other half of that mother-in-law's tongue from my high school boyfriend. Still going strong. Alright, next to that is one of my aloes. My aloes, I can't remember when I bought that plant. It might have come from IKEA. It's been very long, and it has mothered hundreds of plants probably, and I give them away to my neighbors. I put them outside and say free pups for neighbors, and I bring them to work and all sorts of places, so they make me happy. This is a monstera. It is one I've cut, or one that sprouted from another plant. This plant came from a friend at work, Elliot. He gave me one plant, and now I've mothered it. Has become 3 plants. This is the smallest one, but it's got a new leaf on it. This is the newest leaf, and it's pretty cool. I love these plants. You may have seen them in my previous videos of clearance. Alright, here's more aloe babies. These guys, I feel like they were a big plant that sort of died back over the winter, and so I repotted them into a small pot. This guy just got repotted also. It's not looking so great. It just looks a little bit sick, but I think it will recover. They usually do. More aloe. This is a dead Gerber daisy that I thought I saved, but now it's not. So, oh well. C'est la vie. Sometimes you don't win. This is a Gerber daisy that needs to be watered. And this one I've had at work too, but I brought it home during pandemic and just kept it here because why not? Pull some dead leaves off. Okay, and more aloe, and there's some little babies. So I'll have more to give away. More little babies. So many leaves are falling off the trees. And then my squirrels like to dig around in these plants and put nuts in. This is a pothos. I've had it many years. It's very long. Let's see if you can see how long it goes. Ooh, it's like all the way down to the ground. Here's a bee. What do you want, bee? Alright, anyway, there's my pothos. I just took some cuttings of it for my friend Trisha. This is a pineapple. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen this on a trick online where you cut the top of your pineapple off and you put it in a pot and it grows. And this is that trick. I did this, I think, a couple years ago, or maybe just last year. It's hard to remember these days, but I did this. This pineapple is growing and it's happy. And I don't know what happens next, but anyway, I have a pineapple that I got for free with the purchase of a pineapple. This is a bunch of milkweed plants that I sprouted from seeds from my milkweed in the yard. They had pods, and I'm gonna plant this so it comes back for the monarchs next year. I have a lot of milkweed in the front, but I can't have enough because these monarchs, they go crazy. They eat so much. Look, more aloe, big aloe mamas. This one, look at, you can see, this is her stalk. She's so long that her stalk is just planted under the And they're just more little babies coming up. Here's where one of those squirrels dug a hole. I don't know what, if they're looking to get nuts or to hide nuts in there. I don't know. They're stupid. There's another big aloe. I just repotted that. I think from that green pot, I put it in there. And it sort of needed a little support, so I put that little broken pot in there to just hold her up for a minute. And then these are this is just some soil that came out of that pot. That was like kind of rotty, yucky soil, so I thought I'd rejuvenate it. It was kind of wet, so I put in these pots to dry it out. And here's some babies I harvested, and here's a leaf I harvested. I think I'm gonna put that in the compost pile. This, I can't remember what it's called. I think I also got it from Elliot at work. And it grows and grows and makes babies. Although I did have several plants of this, and now I only have this one, so thanks for hanging on, buddy. But this one's doing good. And I actually think I gave one of the babies to my mom, so if I ever need one, maybe hers will have babies. And there's a Gatorade and some dirty brooms and stuff and in my hose. Okay, so over behind me, these tents are on this table, and this is my fall butterfly place. In the summer, I sometimes take the butterflies inside to, or the caterpillars inside, and then I can release them. But in the fall, I've heard that, especially for monarchs, the monarchs need to be outside. This generation of monarchs, because this generation of monarchs goes to Mexico. So when they hatch, they take the flight to Mexico, and so they need to be, I guess, I heard that the ones that are reared by humans don't migrate as well, so because we bring them inside. So now this one is outside, and to hopefully give it a chance to be acclimated to the colder temps, I guess. I don't know. Somehow this helps them. So these are laundry baskets that I bought at hampers that I bought from Meijer on clearance. Remember that? Anyway, so these are like $7 on clearance, and they house my butterflies. And then so there's, in here is the monarch. I have one caterpillar and 2 chrysalis. So sorry, I'm opening it up with one hand. So alright, so there's some milkweed, and I put them in little jars. I make sure the jars have tin foil over them so that if the caterpillar falls off, it doesn't drown. And there's a bunch of poop on the ground. Pay no mind. So here's our little friend. This guy, I found him at work. He was on a scraggly looking milkweed that was growing in the middle of some gravel, and I decided I'll take him home and save him, and he can live in our little tent, and I have lots of milkweed for him. So he's been eating and eating, getting a lot bigger. And then inside also there is these 2 chrysalis or chrysalids, and this one should be hatching soon, and this one just went inside yesterday, so that's cool. I'm gonna zip that up, and then hold on a sec while I zip him up. This one is, if you can see, right in there, behind there, right there, is I don't want to disturb him. That is a swallowtail caterpillar that was eating my friend Lauren's, eating her parsley. We're not gonna open it all the way. I don't want to mess him up. Let's see. Can we see the? You can see him sort of. His friend is right over there. See if I can zoom in. See, there's his friend over there. He's still eating and pooping. Anyway, these guys. Boop boop boop. Sorry. Extreme zooming. All right, so those guys make these weird chrysalises also. Here's what they look like. They look like sort of a burnt up stick or a rolled up leaf. These guys might, since it's cold temps, they might make a cocoon or chrysalis in winter and stay here for the winter. We'll see. He's in there hanging, and he'll turn into a chrysalis soon. Maybe I'll put him on my next video. Okay, this is the Norfolk Island pine that I showed you. I got it after Christmas on clearance, remember? It's doing well, it's getting new growth and seems happy. Although these guys, their leaves underneath always die. I don't like that, but maybe that's part of maybe that's what they do. I don't know. I'm gonna research these guys also. Okay, these are some little succulents that were at work and they were given away for free, and we took the little leaves and made them into plants, and they grew, and now they look like they need water. This is a poinsettia that I got this at work for free. It was one of those poinsettias. They're like, it's Christmas is over, so let's throw away the plant. And I couldn't let it die, so I just have this poinsettia that has leaves on the top and bare on the bottom. Behind that is a schefflera that someone, I think my friend Mel at work a long time ago, she hasn't worked there for a long time. She got this from someone in her family, and it was small, and now it's like a giant sprawling monstrosity, and looks pretty. Okay, here's our grill. All right, so we're done on the deck, I think. So let's go. This is gonna be a long video. All right, this is behind these chairs is oh, here's another plant and a bunch of bubble wrap for some reason. Oh, I use this bubble wrap in the winter to cover up my plants that I had potatoes. The potatoes for my garden were growing on the deck in the winter. Sorry, I'm climbing over that fence. So this is one of my monsteras that you might have seen in my clearance videos. I brought them outside for the summer, but at first I accidentally, you can see, I accidentally put them by my garden and it was too hot for them and it got scalded leaves. But I put it in, now it's in the shade and it's much happier, but some of the leaves look yucky. But then it also grew new leaves. And now look, I just see a spider. See that spider? It's pretty cool spider. I don't know what kind it is. Anyway, I'll leave that spider there. So these are in some giant pots. And they're on, have wheelie things so I can wheel them around. But this is where they are for the summer. And actually, there's, I think, 2 stalks in here. Or 3. No, 2. Yeah. Oh, and they get these weird rooty things. And so this guy's sort of, I don't know if he moved over there because he wanted to reach the sun, or I don't know. This is one of the 3 that or I guess there's 2. This is 2 of 4 that I got from the one plant that Elliot gave me. And oh, there's a leaf I pruned. This is a periwinkle, I think. that just grows here. And there's my glass table that doesn't fit on the deck because of all my plants. And just a bunch of junk that needs to get cleaned out. But anyway, all right, so down the steps, here's another Monstera. See that leaf? Can't even fit in my viewer. This guy's not as tangly, but he does have a lot of these roots that I need to sort of figure out how to braid them back. So this is a stalk that I cut off of the plant, and so this is the fourth of 4 plants that I have. So he's pretty big. Ta-da. All right, so if we go this way, we go to the garden around the side. Okay, so this is my garden from the other view. There's my composter and some rakes, and that's a beam that's supposed to go somewhere else, but it got put there by accident. So this is my compost contraption, and I've been putting a lot of dead leaves and stuff in it, or dead plants material, and coffee grounds and eggshells and stuff. And I guess you shake it up like that. I don't know. I gotta wait and see what happens. I haven't ever harvested compost from it because it used to be around back there and it was too dark, and it didn't really, I think the heat is going to help it. This one is one I used to use as compost when I first moved here. I cut a whole bunch of holes in this garbage can and put stuff inside, so that's going to be my backup. Maybe I'm going to have 2 of them going at the same time. Here's my potatoes. I feel like there's some potatoes in here, even though I harvested most of them. So maybe this weekend I'm going to harvest potatoes. And there's my wagon thing I made for me to sit on, but now it just has junk in it. And a spider web. See the spider web? Lots of spider action out here. Okay, so now we're at my tomatoes. I feel like I've showed you my tomatoes before. So here's my Romas. I posted on Instagram, a squirrel ate one of my Romas that looked about this color. And he just ate it and then put it, half of it down here in the bag it's in. So then there was another one I took out. I picked it early so that the squirrel wouldn't eat that one, but he's leaving this one alone, I hope. I did a little bit of pruning on these tomatoes. Neither of these stalks did very well, these 2 plants, but it was good learning. I learned about blossom end rot from them, and it actually looks like, if you look up there, there's some little flowers that might form, so maybe last minute tomatoes if the weather stays nice. And the cherry tomatoes are still just giving me cherries, so that's nice. This is the only Roma that that fruited at all, set fruit so far. Maybe those guys can do it. Oh yeah, and here's those tomato plants that I took from the Romas. I made them from suckers, and they're doing pretty good. Look how big they are. I still don't know if they're going to set fruit before the end of the season, but we'll see. It's just a good experiment. And look, this is a old recycling container that the city used to pick up, but now they pick up the big bins. And so I thought, oh, this has holes in the bottom. I'll make it into a tomato pot. Okay. Geez, this is a long video. Oh well. So sorry, I took off my glasses and I'm holding them in my mouth. Okay. So this is our cucumber. It's still doing well. I cut off part of the leaf that part looked a little diseased, but it's still setting some fruit. I saw one. Here's one. There's one, and hopefully some more somewhere. But oh look! Oh, you just missed it. It was a beautiful butterfly. Maybe you saw it. I don't know. That was a swallowtail. Maybe we got more eggs for more caterpillars. I have to check my dill. All right, so cucumber has one cucumber at least, has all these flowers still, and some bees maybe pollinating, so we'll see if we get any more. This, I decided to plant some cucumber seeds just for fun to see how far they can get before the season is over. And this is a watermelon flower that this plant, it doesn't like it. I don't know why. I think it's our temperatures don't get hot enough, or I don't really know, something. Let's see, so there's more of the cucumber down here. Let's see, any fruit down here? No, not that I can see, but still some flowers, so cross your fingers. Let's see, here's another stem. Let's see. No. And then down here is, sorry if this video is crazy, I don't see any down here. Some blossoms though, so cross your fingers. But I did eat a lot of, I've eaten a lot of cucumbers. I made pickles too that were yucky, so I'm thinking they're too much vinegar, but I'm gonna try and think of something I can do with them while, like maybe I could use them in a salad dressing or something, cause I don't know. All right, so this looks like a potato that was really going to seed, and so I buried it, and looks like a squirrel wanted to see what it was. So stupid squirrels. So I'm gonna bury it back up. I don't think there's time for potatoes to grow, but it's an experiment. It's for fun. But this dumb squirrel doesn't understand experiments, so. All right. This is the blueberry I planted. I told you about that. I don't know why I put this cardboard down. Oh, it's a little muddy. So I was using it to stand on. Here's the other blueberry. He looks like he's happy to have moved here from his other place. And this looks like it might have even tried to grow another little stalk. That's exciting. But it also looks like a dumbass squirrel came and tried to eat it or something. This squirrel is stupid. He thinks that I made this strawberry bed for him. And there's that plant, another flower I planted. Strawberries are looking good. They're still happy to have moved here, and they're growing foliage and even some fruit for some reason. I haven't been harvesting the fruit, although maybe I should. That one, look at all those berries. There's my butterfly bush. I deadheaded that so it would grow more flowers. And here's my sunflowers that, remember I told you that I planted and the squirrel was digging them around, or whatever animal, maybe that vole. Looks like something's been here again, digging for more sunflower seeds. Look, he killed this guy. He broke off this plant. Such a turd. Doesn't he know that these will make some delicious sunflower seeds for him to eat if he lets them be? What an asshole. Okay, look at this. Looks like a squirrel ate a strawberry. But oh well. I haven't been harvesting. Somebody might as well eat them. Alright, there's my bee balm that I got the other day and planted. It's doing great. You can see this is a hibiscus that I planted. Remember that? It's got a bud on it even. Let me get closer. There's a bud. Hey, look, a big strawberry. Hey, these must be ever-bearing strawberries. That's cool. I may come and get some later. Oh, it got dirt in my shoe. All right. So now there's the big raspberry patch. It's not making raspberries right now, but it does have leaves, and I'm gonna take some of these leaves and make tea, because that's a good tea. That's good for, I don't know, women stuff. And Here's my grapevine. I showed you that. Look at daddy long leg on there. See the daddy long leg? It's right there. Boop. Okay, let's see what else. Here's my pepper. It's doing okay. I've been trying to think of what to do. Actually looks like it's got some flowers, and I think I'm supposed to take those flowers off if I want him to get bigger before he sets fruit. I don't know, guys. This was an experiment. I still haven't separated them. There's like 3 stalks. Whatever. I guess tune in until next time and we'll see what I do. There's all my marigolds. They're doing great. And also what I've been doing is, this is one that died, or that flowered already, but look inside. You can't do it with one hand. All right. If you look inside, there's a bunch of marigold seeds. So I've been saving the seeds from these and a lot of other stuff in the garden for next season. All right, so my marigolds are good. Look at that nasturtium. Ooh, it's pretty. These have cool seeds too. See, these seeds are like a brain almost. You see that? So that's cool. I've saved some of those seeds also. Even though I do have a lot of seeds that are, I have a lot of seeds. Sorry, I thought somebody pulled up behind me. I have a lot of seeds still from the package, but whatever. I need all the seeds. So I got my marigold seeds. Here's our little cherry tomato, and he looks so much happier. Remember, his leaves were yellow and yucky. Look at all this new growth and these setting flowers for new fruit. I'm very happy. All I did was I put some more dirt in, and what else did I do? I pruned some of the ugly leaves off, and he looks good. Okay, there's my rhubarb down there, still hanging on, but you know, whatever. I'll see that next year. Looks like we need more water in the drinking fountain because it got all evaporated. Watch out, here's a plastic snake again. But look at my banana plant. It's getting big. It's got more and more leaves every day. So I really like it. I don't know if it's gonna last the winter. I might have to cover it up. I don't know. We'll see. All right, back to the garden with the food. So I still have some thyme and basil doing well. I've been pulling the flowers off before they flower, and so that it won't taste bitter. And I've been harvesting it and using it in food and stuff. Here is parsley and dill. The dill is what those monarch or those swallowtails like to lay their eggs on. I don't see any right now, but I'll keep my eyes open. What else? Green beans are doing good, although right now they look a little like they're thirsty. I need to water. I'm gonna water those in a little bit. And there's the little lettuces and carrots. Why is it focusing? All right, so there's the lettuce and carrots, and there's some peas that I need to help train up the trellis. Oh, and my corn. Those little weird corn ears, I picked them last night, and they were like these little tiny balls of corn, and they were so silly. But I ate them and they were delicious, so whatever. All right, here's my Brussels sprouts. So I pulled a lot of the leaves off at the bottom, and I washed off those aphids, so they keep trying to come back. But let's see. These guys, they're working on it. I also fed them a little fertilizer. This is the one that had the aphids. It's got a few more. I'm gonna have to spray them down. I just sprayed them with a little dish soap solution with water, and also sprayed them just with the hose to wash them off. So, all right, here's some banana peppers. I've harvested a few of these this week. Let's see, this one, I don't know why this one isn't setting fruit. It keeps making flowers and trying, but it doesn't ever, the flowers always fall off. I keep trying to figure out why. Here's a bunch of jalapenos on here. These are some other of my Brussels sprouts. I don't know if we're gonna get any this year. We'll just hope. Oh guys, this is a long video. All right, so there's a dinosaur. So there's still some blackberries fruiting. Oh, pick that guy. Ooh, he's a little ripe. Got a blackberry. So anyway, I'm having fun still in my garden, and I'm having fun making videos. Guess I'll turn you around and show you my face. So anyway, thanks for watching my giant video about my yard. And I guess I'll talk to you next time. Like and subscribe to my video.